think that you can get away with it. You think the light won't be ever lit. It's almost...
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the visiting team and these guys defending their home turf. Season's still just getting started. We're off in week 3. He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. They'll go play action. He's got a man left. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a new set of downs.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Slot man in motion left. Back-to-back carries here. 2nd down run gets him 5. They've got 3rd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Outside their comfort zone to try and field goal, so instead they're going for this on 4th down. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
A certain variation of this play has really become synonymous with one team. You know what I'm talking about, the tush push over there in Philly. But its roots, this has been one of the offense's greatest plays long before Jalen Hurts and those Eagles put their own stamp on it. So simple to run, so tough to stop.
1st down, they'll run. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down, but to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
3rd and long for him here. Flushed out of the pocket. That one's complete right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26. The gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Working inside the red zone. Dumped off to his running back. And he will take this in. Touchdown. These guys finish up an excellent opening series. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
After the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. All right, they're out and set. Here we go, 1st and 10. So the officials are officially on board tonight. For the first time a flag flies, somebody moved early. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets 6 following that penalty to bring up 2nd down and 9 now.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Short pass brought in. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. 16 yards on that play, and that is good for a 1st down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this 1st quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Here's the handoff. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the 1st. That's going to do it for our 1st quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. More coming up after this quick break. Welcome back. We're all set to start the 2nd. Offense already out to resume its drive. They'll be set up 2nd and 7. Low back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. This could have been much, much more exciting.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4.
Let's go now. 70.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Defender is there, he knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Offense to the line. Here we go. Now we're on the counter. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Takes the second down snap. Complete out to the right side. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be third down.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. I'll air it out on 3rd. That's completed right side. This one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Smash! Come on, set! 60 Bison, 60 Bison!
Sending him on the dive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Another carry for him. And they're going to be set up with a first down after a nice gain there as he's down by contact.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. They're throwing it. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Slot receivers headed left. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Go! Panther 60, Panther 60.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3.
19 tight, 19 tight. 60 back, there we go. Shot, turn up.
Blown back, gets the handoff. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
All set now. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Viking 18. 79 Broncos.
Man in motion here.
Let's go.
Going to the ground again on 1st. He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Okay, ready? Ready? 18 Cardinal. Ready?
Back to the well again. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
On the double.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
Come on. Set. 60 by 6. 60 by 6. Check. Panther. Riggs.
They give it to him again. And he runs it across. Touchdown! These guys will add to their lead at the end of the half. Quite the throw from him on that play, Brock. I gotta say, you look like you'd make quite the emergency quarterback for this squad if the need ever arises, huh?
And, Kate, I know how this plays out, all right? They worked on it all week. He showed out during the practice week on the practice field, and now he just showed out when it really mattered, and everybody's going to hear about it, and they don't mind, because you're absolutely right. That was a dime for 6.
That one right down the middle. And these guys double their lead to 14. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Catch made over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45.
Ready? 70.
Pass play on 1st and 10. That one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Warriors set. Go. 19. Take over.
He's back to throw. Hits his running back. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Let's go.
They are throwing it again. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
One last play before the break.
Set. Ready.
Throwing here just before halftime. Throwing this for the end zone. And the defender comes away with it. it's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Teams are back out on the field. Everyone is set, and the second half is underway. Here's a return from the 7. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. Here we go now. Time to start this drive. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, set, go!
I'll throw it. Finds him over the middle. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Here we go, here we go! Hop 7, hop Buffalo 18! Hop 19, hop!
Now looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense still line. This is 2nd and 4.
19, lock, let's go! Cougars!
They're going to try and throw it here. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. And dose of the hurry up here.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Trying to throw this from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it'll be 2nd down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Cowboys!
They'll run now on 2nd down. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
42-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and
8. Let's go now! Go!
Here he goes. 3rd and long. Dumps it off to his running back. And they get this down to the 28. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
All right, they look set now. Here we go. 1st and 10.
18, Stephanie! 18, Cardinal, 18, 7 back.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. incomplete. It's going to be third down. Well, he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on.
Set! Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
To the air on third and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That's one of those third down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
So fourth down, and out comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
I would imagine, Kate, that they hope that's the spark that starts a second half inferno of a comeback. Could scarcely afford to come away empty-handed with points on that opening drive, and they didn't.
And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. All set to go now from the 35. Now a give on the counter. Crosses midfield, still going. Reaches the 30. He makes it in for the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys push their lead to 18. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Needed a lot more to reach the landing zone, so the drive going to start at their own 40-yard line. And this drive is going to have some great starting field position as a result of that short kick. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Ready? Rocco 80.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Cut out left. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Check Bobcat, 70 Timberwolf, Cougar 19, Buffalo 18.
They'll work against the blitz. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
All ready.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Come on, set. Let's go.
He's going to throw it. Complete to Beckham. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Just a yard left to go on second down. He's going to throw it again. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. A gain of 15 there. And that means first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Take off.
Sticking to the air here. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23.
Here we go, set.
Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And these guys make it an 11-point ball game. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
1st down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35. Now a run here from the gun. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th.
Ready.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Cowboy 80. Touchdown.
Give now to the running back. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Third down, they need 7.
Let's go. Wrap roll 80. Mustang 19.
Throw here, 3rd down. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I'm just looking at this hourglass of saying, Kate, and realizing there's not much time left for this team. But the only chance they had was to create a sack right there. Give a little momentum to their offense, who now has no margin for error. You got to go score.
Punting unit out now. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. This one spits out a little shy of midfield. That could be an enemy territory to begin this possession. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Let's go now. Hey, check that. 60 bucks. Check that.
Plowing up the middle. And a nice stop here on first down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made. Working quickly here.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Second down pass play coming. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Forced to the ground.
They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Ready? Hawks, Panther 11. 70 Rangers.
Looking to throw here. This is a heater going deep. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? ODB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
They're going to go for it here, trailing in the fourth.
60. Here we go. Set. 18 Cardinal.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Got it. Ready?
All right, they're out and set. Here we go, 1st and 10.
19 Tiger.
Toss play, short side. It looks like they're giving about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts, a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Set up. Cougar 19.
Back now, pressure coming. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's 3rd down. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Brings it in at the 12. And we'll love the effort on that return as he gets him all the way up beyond the 40.
First down and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's second down coming up.
Second and 10.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incomplete pass, here comes second and 10.
Come on.
Pass play now. Short pass brought in. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up third and short.
Brings up third and 1.
Back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Manages a gain of 3 there. And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Offense up to the line fast.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Still sticking with the passing game. That's incomplete left side.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Third down and 7.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
7 Pirates.
Air it out on third. Put some heat on this deep ball, left side. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And it's fourth down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Need a touchdown and a field goal. Looks like they want the tougher part first. The offense going for it on fourth down. Desperation time here. Finds a man, right side. He's out in the clear. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
10 at the 13-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play. Had the chance to escape with a pick. Defense got to buckle down now as they line up for second down.
18 Cardinal.
They are throwing it again. And in he goes for the touchdown. These guys now within 1 score of the board. Extra point attempt coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys cut the lead down to 4.
Our home team, 17.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther. Let go.
On first down, they'll run. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout.
At the 33.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
They're going to pass it here. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
Kate, this is one of those situations where they've got the lead on the scoreboard, but not the momentum on the field. This is a big third down coming up. Got to seize back a little control and find a way to cut off the comeback.
Here he is to throw. Brown still throwing, and this is intercepted. Will take over just outside the red zone as he goes out of bounds.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
They look to throw it. Hits him on the in route. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Here we go, here we go. Huh.
Back to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Come on, set. 60 Bison, 60.
They'll try and get this up on the ground. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. We've got a screen to the running back. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
60 Eagles, 6 Warriors, 70.
2nd down, looking for options. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
Looking to throw it. And he's got it. It's in close. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down. Timeout taken by the offense. They're 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. All right, down by 4. They got to have this one on 4th down.
19, let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Set go.
Here he is to throw. And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them, and Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
That down, splits the uprights.
Makes the score.
And these guys push their lead to 3.
Visitors 21.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35. Not deterred by that pick. He's thrown again. Forced out to his right. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Now to throw. Put the body on the line for his team. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Throwing it again here. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. That's 16 on the pickup. And that gives him the first.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First down now, ball at the 33. Sticking to the air here. Finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. Clock is at 3 seconds, and we've got a timeout because 3 points is all that's needed to force that overtime frame. So now the field goal unit runs on in a very big spot. So they're going to go ahead and call a timeout here. Only 3 seconds left in the game. Now out comes the field goal unit as they try this one. It's a 29-yard look right down the middle for him. Looking good, and it's through! And in the final moments, they force overtime! Man, this has been such a great game. Nobody is ready for it to end just yet. After 4 quarters, we're headed to overtime. And there's still something being celebrated by the fans, isn't it, Brock? A coin toss might not decide the game anymore here in overtime. Both sides guaranteed a possession now, even if the first team scores a touchdown. And if we're tied after those 2 series, it is next score wins. And hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. We'll begin his return from the 11. Gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
These guys take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Free up the middle, it's a breakaway. And that is busted that one open, got downhill, and got in for 6. Huge run there.
Yeah, and this is how you break a game open. He found that lane, and he was gone. What a tremendous effort in the blocking scheme there to just spring him enough so he could take it to the house.
Visitors 24.
Challenge has been laid down, partner, and it's time to see if they have an answer prepared as we're off again. Starting from the 5. He's brought down just inside the 25. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. First call here coming from the shotgun. Now it's his turn in overtime. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Certainly got to pick your shots. When to be aggressive defensively, Kate, when you get here to overtime. You send a blitz, it better get home. It better have an effect, and that time it did, forcing the incompletion.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 23. The shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And he's going to be hauled down on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. First and 10 from the 43.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. He's caught just as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard. It's going to be second down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
The give here on second. And he's going to look ahead for a couple here. It's third down now.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up third and 6.
Throw here, third down. He rolls to his right. He's going to run for it. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
70 Lions!
The give now out of the shotgun. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7.
Let's go now! Lightning 18! 79 Broncos!
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that brings up third down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this third and 7.
60 Bison! 60 Bison!
To throw. Knocked away and hits the ground, incomplete. That brings up fourth down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.